Hi everyone. So today we are talking about racism in K-pop. Firstly, let me react to comments that are being posted under Kiss of Life apology later on Instagram. For those who don't know, Kiss of Life made a live stream for Julie's birthday and they did act really inappropriately. They mock black culture, and now people that don't have to accept the apology are accepting their apology and dragging people to the mud and recycling the same old excuses. If you are critical of them, it's because you're not a real fan. And the really unoriginal hater back off, or the annoying people are so sensitive these days. They didn't need to apologize. Let me show you some really stupid comments. Now I will unfollow because they don't need to apologize. Tell me that you are racist without telling me that you are. But yeah, unfollow them. We don't need people like you in the fandom. I'm not black, so I can say anything about whom this may have offended still, since those people who are black and are not getting offended make me feel a lot of relief. They understand the context and intentions. The world needs more people like them. Firstly, no, you don't have the right to tell people to if they should be offended or not because you ain't black. By the way, my opinion on this is, even if you're not black, if you know something about black culture, you can definitely speak up about this. But for people like you who obviously don't know anything about this culture, stop using poor excuse of saying that we need more people that are not getting offended, because that proves that you're really uneducated. Sit back and listen to what black people have to say. Their intentions were not racist. You exaggerated. You put them in a very difficult situation. Who knows how upset they were? Maybe their intentions were not racist, but at the end of the day, you don't know them, so maybe they indeed racist people. And no, we aren't exaggerating. K-pop fans get offended if their idols are feeling for people, but keep ignoring the real issues that K-pop has. And for the last time, Kids of Life aren't victims, so we aren't putting them in a difficult situation. They did that to themselves, girlie. This world is so fragile. This government doesn't make you and look intelligent, just widely uneducated and immature. I blame S2, Lord. Don't blame the company. The girl did the mistake. They are adults, and so they should face the consequences of their action. Send all love. I understand people might not forget, but you admit your mistake. That's all matter. Continue to educate yourself. Yeah, and that's why K-pop idol will continue to make fake apologies, because fans like you always think that it's true and that they really mean it. Black fragility. Your comment is a pile of garbage. Tell me that you're not black without telling me. People are just so sensitive nowadays. Yeah, the unoriginal comment that you keep making to defend us idol and will make the community look really bad. I don't understand why fans are so unoriented to making their apologies for what they've not done, but they started have. It's not about their outfit, it's about their behavior. And we are just holding them accountable. Only young sensitive digitally triggered work Westerners who are always online, and this is coming from a Westerner. Although I don't care one way or the other, but you're not black, so don't get the right to choose who is mad and who isn't. You're just making yourself look like a fool. Stop defending them. Stop making yourself look like a fool. They really didn't win their career because they did nothing wrong. And this is coming from an half-black person. If you think that they did nothing wrong, I'm okay with it. Only because you have black, but you don't speak for an entire community. So many people do think that they have to make a mistake and should be held accountable for it. Oh my God, it seems like a lot of K-popers are so sensitive. You're stupid. All I'm hearing from everyone else in a bunch of crying of cultural appropriation when the girls are trying to show their appropriation. Firstly, we are not crying. And instead of listening to people that are dragging the girls on X, maybe listen to what actual people from the community have to say, especially when it's valid criticism. And their behavior didn't reflect their appreciation for the culture, by the way. So now let's do something more funny. Let's actually educate ourselves. There are many people who are offended because of the behavior of the girls in that last stream. It was insensitive. Why was it insensitive? This interpretation was full of stereotypes, and to be honest, I think that they were actually imitating haute culture, but the things haute culture and black culture aren't the same thing. And haute culture is where all the stereotypes that people have of black people emerge. So, what is black culture? Black culture is a collection of tradition, values, custom, and creative expression shared by black people across the world. It includes a wide variety of things like music, hip-hop, jazz, R&B, gospel, Afrobeat, food like soul food and Caribbean dishes, languages such as African, American Vernacular English or AAVE, clothing, hairstyle, dancing, spiritual practices, and community values. And it also includes storytelling, activism, family bonds, and deep resilience passed down through generations. Black culture is not limited to one country or group. It's global and diverse. Being black can mean growing up in New York, Lagos, London, Kingston, or Paris, or even in the Caribbean, and each of those places brings something unique to black culture. It's important to remember that black culture is not just about struggle. It's about creativity, passion, excellence, and identity. What is all culture? Hood culture comes from life in low-income neighborhoods, especially in inner city where many Black and Latino communities live. The word hood comes from neighborhoods, and it usually refers to areas with high poverty, limited resources, and often a heavy police presence. People in the hood face a lot of challenges: lack of education, job opportunities, and houses, but also breed strong community bonds. Hood culture includes things like street slang, fashion trends, survival mindset, loyalty to your block or crew, and pride in making it through tough situations. It often appears in music like gangsta rap or drill, where artists tell real stories of their life in the hood. While the hood culture is real and an important part of Black culture, it does not define all of Black culture. It's shaped by specific conditions, not by a skin color. Why are they different? Black culture is very broad. It can include doctors, artists, athletes, parents, students, and business owners. It reflects many different social classes, lifestyle, and beliefs. Hood culture, on the other hand, comes from a specific environment shaped by poverty, inequality, and struggle. That means not every Black person relates to hood culture, just like not every white person comes from a rural town or a trailer park. You can be Black and not go in the hood. You can also grow up in the hood and not act or live the way hood stereotypes suggest. Black culture is an umbrella. Hood culture is just one part underneath it. Why Black people are distancing themselves from hood culture? Some Black people feel that hood culture is being used to define un-Black people, which is unfair and limiting. When people only associate Blackness with street life, gangs, or poverty, they ignore the full range of Black identity. Some feel that media and society focus too much on hood stories and ignore Black excellence in other areas. Others want to break away from the stereotype because they work hard to build a different kind of life through education, career, or personal growth. And also, some people just never experience hood culture and don't feel connected to it. Distancing from hood culture doesn't mean shaming it. It can mean reclaiming the right to define Black identity in new and empowering ways. However, it's important to do this without looking down on people who still live in those neighborhoods or grew up in them. Why do all the Black stereotypes that people have about Black people come from hood culture? Because hood culture is what the media often show the most. In movies, music videos, and TV shows, Black people are often portrayed as gang members, drug dealers, single moms, athletes, or criminals. News coverage often focuses on crime in black neighborhoods, even though crime exists everywhere. Thus, repeated images shape how people think, even if they don't realize it. Over time, the world starts to believe that all black people act a certain way, when in reality those portrayals only reflect a small part of the black community. This is why it's so dangerous when old culture becomes the only lens through which people see black people. It erases doctors, teachers, entrepreneurs, artists, and loving family who are also a part of black culture. It also puts an unfair pressure on black people to constantly prove they are more than the stereotypes. We need more balanced, diverse stories to challenge these ideas and show the full beauty and depth of black identity. Okay, now I'm going out.